It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, Mzansi, welcome back. And the moment has arrived. We've talked about the races, we talked about the entertainment, but let's bring on the fashion. And next, we turn our attention to the looks that are set to take over the fashion elements of the World Sports Betting Met. Now, we are joined in studio by renowned fashion designer Gavin Raja, as well as alongside him, top designers who will be showcasing their work at tomorrow's Met. We're talking about Kayla Markovitz as well as Kim Govers, and they are from Amaze Collective. Good morning, you incredible people, you creatively inspirational souls. How are we doing this morning?
Good.
Yeah, we're good.
Excited? No stress at all? Because I know it can be very stressful for the designers this time of the year.
Well, I don't know about the others, but behind this facade is,
Chaos.
A lot of chaos. Well, look, the facade is keeping up incredible appearances, so well done on that. We're looking incredible. But let's talk about the Met. This is an incredible occasion. Everybody gets an opportunity to showcase, to express, and especially the women. I know the guys are also just jumping up and really coming to the plate, but when it comes to the women, they are always inspired, always stressed out, and needing a lot of help when it comes to this time of the year. Kevin, what sort of advice do you have for the ladies out there for this year's theme? And it is Cape Splendor, right?
Yeah.
That's the theme, yeah.
So I think the thing about Cape Splendor, it's about flexing our kind of creative muscle in the Western Cape. I think one of the things that these races have is a long affiliation to fashion and showing some elements of cutting-edge fashion, but also some elements of serious, do-it-yourself home kind of creativity, which is also lovely to see.
So that is welcomed, right?
Yeah, no, totally.
Okay.
Because I think it shows something unique about someone's personality and it's intrinsic to them. So it's great to have that unique kind of sense of style. But I think also the Western Cape being the hub of fashion manufacturing and stuff like that, it's a great showcase collectively of what we're able to do. And I'm very proud to be sharing this kind of platform with some of my very esteemed colleagues that you'll see now and we'll chat to, as well as others later on today. But I think it's really about having fun and bringing something about your sense of personality or taste into what you're doing.
I love that. And speaking about your esteemed colleagues, Kayla and Kim, you obviously are putting some incredible designs together for this weekend, and I can't help but notice the models that you brought along with us. So can we talk about some of these looks, talk about the inspiration behind it, and can we get one of these exquisite models in here just to really showcase the talent, the poise, and the expression that you can get from design? And look at this. What are we looking at right here? How do you even describe this?
So this is beautiful Nunu. As you heard from Gavin, the theme for this year's Met is Cape Splendor. Cape Town itself has always been a huge inspiration to us, Kim and I. We do live in one of the most beautiful cities in the world.
Oh, yes, that is true.
Our range is made up of beautiful, bold florals, as you can see in this one, and it's highlighted with vibrant, bright colors. We want our woman to feel empowered and to have a sense of glamour when she wears our clothes. And yeah, our aim was to really blend fashion seamlessly with the elegance and fun of a day at the races.
And I gotta just say, I mean, with my naive fashion mind, I love this. Why? It flows, it looks so light, it's perfect for our weather right now. We're getting up to 40-degree temperatures, so spending an entire day at the races means that you could be sweating out a face, but with something like this looks so cool, so calm, but yet I think that box of sophistication is absolutely ticked. So bravo, well done on this, but it doesn't stop here because we have another incredible model and another look that, for me, is a striking contrast to what we've just seen right now. Can we bring this one in? Wow, what are we looking at over here? Stunning pops of color, pops of texture as well. Want to talk me through this one?
Well, this one's actually mine.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, this is one of Gavin's here, okay.
I mean, I think the idea about, just being around Cape Splendor and people kind of flexing their muscle in terms of creativity, but the inspiration really is about doing things which are like a little bit more cocktaily, kind of short, and also just comfortable, big emphasis on kind of floral detail, again, Cape Town and the Western Cape being the floral capital, a UNESCO World Heritage Site on our doorstep. And so also like some feathers, obviously, because it's a huge trend for the season.
And an ode to maybe our natural sort of flora and fauna.
Yeah,
We've got
and
an animal
also
kingdom
sourced
too.
in the Western Cape as well.
Nice.
So all the way from Glen Karoo, which is wonderful. And I think comfort is very key. So it's always hot no matter what happens at the Met. So people, you want to wear comfortable shoes and comfortable dresses, and there has to be an ease to things. So
And you want to be able to last that entire experience and make
Yeah.
sure that you can celebrate all through the night. I love that look
Absolutely.
because for me it's almost like a moving sort of trophy. It has this pizzazz, it has this glamour, it's showcasing, it's like that star that you almost expect to see when you come to Cape Town. I think you are absolutely nailing these looks.
And I think it's great to move on to the after party with it.
Yeah, this is true. I can just imagine all the lights just radiating off that. Well, listen, we are just getting started. Kimiko, thank you for coming through on that and really inspiring us right now. I think a lot of people at home are like, oh, wow, I'm going to change my look immediately. And I think that's thanks to you. But there's so much more design and designing inspiration coming through right now. Gavin's got a collection of some incredible work that we're going to showcase this morning. And, of course, it's all inspiring us to get involved in the Met this weekend. So what are you waiting for, Mzansi? Come through, send some of the pictures of your inspiration too, and maybe you can match up to this glamour. But for now, though, I want to say thank you for this, and we
for
will
having
be
us.
carrying on with this conversation and showcasing more incredible looks in just a bit.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
And now, of course, we're getting ready. The Met is a major event that happens at the beginning of every single year. It's all about horse racing and the glamorous fashion that comes with it. And, of course, the theme for this year is Cape Splendor, which we love. And, of course, joining us to just chat about Met-inspired looks, we've got Mzukizi Mbane from Imprint ZA. And, of course, this is going to be fantastic. Oh, it's so good to see you, man. It really is. You look... This outfit over here already...
Thank you.
I'm seeing Cape Splendor.
I think it's from the color. I think more than anything for me, it's just being inspired to play with the color element of it, like just going all out.
I think we've been chatting about this, and I think everybody has their own opinion about Cape Splendor, because I think it's about looking at Cape Town quite literally, but then also there are some subliminal things you can pick up.
Yeah.
For you, what does that Cape Splendor theme mean to you for the Met tomorrow?
I think the literal element of it is the color that I spoke about. Just looking at the beauty of Bogap, for me, that's what I took. Just the ability to take that and translate it into print, which is what I do very well. And also just looking at the fact that I'm a Cape-born designer, I create beauty. So the brand itself represents that element of Cape Splendor.
It is fantastic, though. Imprint ZA is also known, you know, with regard to the way you put things together. Sometimes a repeat design can be a repeat design, but when it's got when it's steeped into such amazing cultural elements as well, not everything has to be too obvious, which is great. You allow the viewer in your designs that I've seen is just to kind of interpret the way they want to interpret, which is powerful.
That's the
but of
beauty.
course, you've got some ideas that you've brought along with us and some models. Okay, so let's take it, take a look at each one of these models, and I want you to take me through top to bottom as to what inspired this and, of course, how it connects to Cape Splendor. Model number one's coming in, so let's take a look.
So this is Sharika. She's got this beautiful, for this one, I wanted to play with the idea of fusing structure with fluidity.
I was about to say to you, there's that structure it's just in the middle over there. So you get the flow and flow.
And the pop of color. Again, just doing something different. Imprint is known for geometric, structured print. So this one, that's where I did something different. I played with floral, which is also something that Cape Town also has, the beauty of its nature. So you see those elements also coming through.
And it's great. And you can tell the splendor. And I mean, let's be honest, in a couple of reviews, Cape Town has been up there as the second best city in the world to visit in 2024 and the like. This is why we visit Cape Town, for amazing, talents like yourself, Mzukizi, I would say, but also the fact that we have this type of inspiration. Absolutely incredible structure versus flow. And isn't that Cape Town? We've got a CBD that's all structural, but above that, Table Mountain and the ocean that flows through. You've just represented that in fashion.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Who's next?
This is Omo. So with this one, I wanted to do something that's outside of the color, because people, when you speak color, they expect beautiful primary colors. And one thing that I also do well is playing with the black and white. And just looking at the graphic prints, looking at how it flows, and how easy it is. Because again, going to the Met, you always want to be creating a statement, but you also want to be comfortable. You want to
This is what I wanted to say to you. There we go. I wanted to say that this particular design, let's be honest, right? Let's look at practicality. It's going to be warm tomorrow.
It's going to be warm and it's also going to be a very long day.
That's the thing. So you want to have comfort, but of course, comfort without compromising that very, very upgraded style. And I think what you've done here is that you've created so many fantastic, and I think that this is really beautiful. And I think these types of items you'll see a lot tomorrow. It's basically, it's layered flow.
Definitely.
You know, and this is great.
It's effortless. It's classic, it's timeless, but it's very easy and effortless.
So just for you, all right, so if, I know we've got some ladies' designs, but let's just go over to, let's just say the gents very quickly. A little word into the ear of some gents. If you're going to do Cape Splendor without being too obvious about it. Now, I know what's going to happen tomorrow. You're going to get structured color on the suit and you're going to get floral on the shirt. Is that enough? Like, be honest, be dead honest, because that's something that I think a lot of men are playing with at the moment, saying, let's go floral, we're going to represent Kirstenbosch Botanical Gardens, and then let's go structure on the suit in terms of colour. What are the other ways we can bring about Cape Splendor? Just a couple of things, maybe accessories. What would you go for?
I think accessories are always a must. A lot of times, men, we want to play it safe, and I wish that men could push themselves more. Just doing a floral shirt is not enough.
That's why I wanted to say, that.
Not enough.
Exactly.
And also the Met is a day where you can just play with fashion. There's no one judging you. You can show up. Everyone is for the idea of looking different. So just push it more.
Yes, and then when you say push it, I'm saying don't be afraid of bold colours.
Bold colours, definitely.
Don't be afraid of adding, you know, a lot of those accessories as well. I'm going to say, right, go get yourself a nice, colourful manicure tomorrow morning as you go through.
Definitely.
You understand where I'm going with this? I think let's go out there and remember, you as an individual, Cape Splendor is with you anyway. I think let's play tomorrow like many people in the Cape do it as well. So, Mzukisi, thank you so much for joining us. Imprint ZA is a masterclass at actually bringing together culture, print all together. Go check them out on social media. And, of course, we'll see you at the Met tomorrow with Cape Splendor.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yeah, Mzansi, welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show, and it feels like the preliminary round of the Met happening right now with all the action, all the chaos, and all the magic, especially when it comes to fashion. And we are set to take the fashion to another level right now by giving you the inspiration you need. Yes, it's happening this weekend, and you better be ready. So we've been showcasing inspiration from designers, and now we are joined by designers. Stefan van Eden from Stefan van Eden Atelier, as well as Gavin Raja, who has been showing us some of the most incredible looks. And we're going to keep that theme going right now. So Gavin's here. Stefan, let me say good morning to you. How are we doing?
Morning, I'm very well, and you?
I'm good. Are you excited for the weekend?
Very excited.
Yeah. Listen,
forward to it.
I know there's so much that we get to express in these moments, and especially when it comes to the creativity that we have in Cape Town. Gavin was speaking about it, and we really are at the epicenter of what I believe is just magic when it comes to creation, when it comes to conceptualizing, and also making it practical too. And I think that's something that you often get right in such a magnificent way. But let's talk about this year. Obviously, the Met is come again. Everybody's excited for it, and you've brought some incredible sort of inspiration to your look.
Yes,
Can you talk to me about it? Do you have something we can showcase here?
Yes, I do. So for this year, it's obviously the Cape Splendor. So what we focused on is about the kind of diversity of what Cape Town has to offer. I mean, the scenery, the social life, the cityscapes, the winelands. So we actually just went and we had fun with our collection. Brought a lot of elements together, combining glamour, elegance, and like a little bit of sportiness.
And this is the question I was actually wanting to ask you, because when you think about the theme and you think about the options that we actually have in our country, there's so much that you can actually incorporate. I think the problem becomes too many cooks could potentially spoil this broth in terms of too many sort of inspirational pieces coming together. Gavin, how do you sift through all of this and filter through what's really going to make that final look?
I think from a design process, you always think about what's the impact and, you know, what's the, you know, your market. I think for us as designers, each one of us has a very specific handwriting and we play to our consumer and customer base. But at the same time, you evolve as a designer. So each season, and I think, you know, tomorrow people will see like a preview of where our headspace has been. And again, as Stevens was saying, we had fun with this, and my studio definitely has fun, because this is the time we have a chance to kind of do things which are a little bit outre, different, push the boundaries a bit. And I think that reflects the, the World Sport Betting Met. So that's a great thing.
It really is, and both of you have absolutely seized the moment. I'd like to maybe bring one of these looks out here and see how we can create even more of an impact, and that's exactly what you do with your look. So can we bring in one of our models just to showcase one of these incredible looks? And wow, already from the get-go, it is a statement to say the least. This is your look, this is your piece. Talk to me about the inspiration behind this and why and how this all came together.
So, Ralph, for this year, I partnered with Bettina Thomas in a collaboration. She's a couture milliner, and she created these amazing headpieces because, I mean, it's the races, so it's fashion, and you need a fabulous hat. So we created this fluorescent neon dress with a layer of couture lace and some sporty trim, and then obviously an accent of ostrich feathers to keep it proudly South African. So, yeah, I think it looks fabulous, and I think Nani, she's pulling it off fabulously.
This is clever because, in a weird way, you've somehow magnificently incorporated an element of sport into this, and we forget that this is the races, it's not just fashion, and somehow you've merged the two so beautifully, and again, the pop of color really just, for me, stands out at the end of the day. I think it's something that is bold, to say the least, and I love how designers make these statements on these days, and I love that you've taken the bull by the horns here.
Yes.
And you really have come together. I love this. Well played. Again, also serving to the realm of practicality. With the heat, I can see this just allowing a lot of fresh air to come through.
And also, this dress is something that you can wear again with a pair of sneakers. Like it's something that's not only made for, it's more sustainable, So it's not only a piece for the races, but it's a piece that you can wear to a ladies' lunch or a cocktail party. So, yeah, I think
for
it's
a husband.
Absolutely.
Where, if you want to ruin relationships, because that might just happen in something as divine as this. Well, Stefan, that is absolutely amazing. Well done. You've really ticked the box on this one. Gavin, of course, I know you're always coming through with incredible designs. We saw one of yours earlier, which for me was just this pop of celebration. I believe you have another one that we could showcase right now.
So I'm about to show something a little bit more impractical for the men.
A little bit more
But I thought I'd do something which is more kind of geared towards showing the trend of the silhouette for the season. So lilac being a little bit more of a very much more strong color, driven by the purples and stuff like that. And again, for me, I think it was just about showing detail. And again, the ostrich feathers, which is very kind of iconic in terms of the Western Cape. And I'm sure we're going to see some of the big dresses. I mean, God bless them in terms of the weather and the heat management. So we might have a few heat stroke situations.
But this is a good balance, though, because on the upper, there's a lot of flesh showing for the right reasons. And I think that's kind of going to allow for that climate control to take effect in this look.
And the back is actually, if our model can move here a little bit, there's a lot of beautiful detail.
And showcasing the detail of the feathers so perfect.
So it'll definitely be cooler, but I'm not sure how much of the grass you'll pick up with it. But I think the idea is not necessary. I mean, I don't really necessarily advise people to wear these kind of things, but I think if you're looking for inspiration and detail and the level of kind of like trend, then this might be something, things like this. But as Stephen said, practicality reigns supreme and the idea to wear things again. So, you could go to the Met and then, next week you could get married also in this dress.
Definitely has that stature, and I think the smartest thing about it is that, and this is maybe a question I'm going to ask you just after this, is that you can still allow practicality to come through via comfort. You don't have to wear heels with this because you can hide it in that beautiful veil. But let's say you were to try pull off heels at the Met. I know there's grass and an uneven surface. Do you have any advice to serve fashion and practicality when it comes to footwear? Because that's a tricky one, right?
Well, there's lots of things that women can buy, and they're heel protectors and actually these plastic beautiful things that you can buy online, and you just put it into your heel, and it prevents you from sinking down into the grass. And if you're wearing something long like that, nobody notices it. But actually, because they're transparent, you don't really notice.
Oh, that's actually really
But Stephen
smart.
might have.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I'm not a fan of clumpy heels, but I suppose if you can hide it with like a beautiful wedge or a block heel.
Definitely
I mean,
not Crocs.
Yeah.
Should we be expecting a croc or two?
I'm sort of a crocophobia.
Yeah, me too. I'm not mad about clumpy, like.
All right,
shoes.
and finally, before we go, obviously saying thank you again for sharing this inspiration, but when it comes to your own looks, have you got that box ticked, or is it still going to be some last-minute preparation before tomorrow?
I did about Stephen, but I think our studio's working very late today to finish those pieces.
Oh, well, listen, Stephen and Gavin, thank you so much again for coming through this morning, for giving us every reason to get excited for this weekend's racing action, all the glitz, all the glamour, and we'll definitely be looking forward to your looks too. So, Zanzi, we'll see you there. It is a weekend to look forward to. History is being made once again, and the Met is waiting for you tomorrow. So if you haven't gotten your tickets, get them now and get your look on, because this is the inspiration we all came for. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.